A round of applause for Sheena Khalid.
Hi. Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak. I overslept. On the one day of the year that my grandmother expects me to be on time, I oversleep. Now, my nanny does not expect much from me. And I'm not a very religious person. No, in fact, not very religious at all. But Eid lunch for me is a really big deal. And every year, Eid lunch happens in my nanny's house. And she has been preparing for 3 days now. And her kitchen is really small, so all the food is prepared in the flat adjacent to hers. And I know this show so well. So at 12 o'clock, the family meets at Nani's house. Eid Mubarak, salam, sharbat, yes, etc. How are you? Fine, thank you. And then at 2 o'clock, sharp, ting tong, the doorbell rings. And the food arrives from the flat next door. The menu set. Chicken salad, naan bread, salad valad, raita vaita, and then the star of the show, the main performance, the mutton biryani. No. Now, my nani's mutton biryani, it is the thing of legends. It can make grown men weep, I swear. And I've been preparing for this lunch as well. I skipped breakfast. I mean, I overslept, but that's besides the point. Last night, I had a very light dinner. All so that I can do justice to Nani's lunch. See, it would be disrespectful to go there with anything other than an empty stomach. And you do not disrespect my nani. Oh, no. She was a professor of political science. She's retired now. She is the sharpest, most articulate woman I know. Nobody, and I mean nobody, can beat her in a game of Scrabble. She always has this seemingly endless supply of 4711 UD cologne. You know that? 2 drops of that, cold water, cold compressed, fever, gone. She's loving, she's kind, she's generous, but she is strict. The way she says "Khabardar," oh God, sends chills down my spine even now. As for her faith, unshaken. She is a deeply religious woman who never once imposes her religious practice on anybody else. At the same time, she is so acutely aware of the shortcomings of her own faith. When we were kids, she told us stories from the Quran, taught us all the prayers, and beyond that, it was up to you. Be a good person, Nani always says. Be a kind person, and most importantly, be on time, which I am not, so I should tring. Oh, sorry, that's embarrassing. Please excuse me. It's my father. Yeah, hello? No, actually, I'm kind of in the middle of something, right? What? My nanny just passed away. She has been unwell, but she had gotten better. And this morning, while getting ready for lunch, she went into the bathroom, came out, wasn't laid, and I go to Nani's flat, and I see that in the event of her passing away, when that day would have come, all the people that we would have called are all already gathered there. Everybody's dressed up in their finest clothes here to celebrate love and food and family and all those good things about these festivals that we love. But now, the air, even the air feels different. And there are things to be done. The death certificate needs to be called. Somebody needs to call a doctor. The Jamaat needs to be informed. The crave needs to be prepared. And oh, my nanny wanted her eyes donated. So now there's a stranger in our house. And he's going into her bedroom. And 20 minutes later, he leaves with an ice box. Those eyes that I have known and loved all my life are now leaving this flat in an ice box. My grandmother there are 6 grandchildren, 5 of them scattered all over the world, and they need to be informed. And in the middle of all of this calling and crying and weeping and consoling and holding and hugging, ding dong, it's 2 o'clock. The food arrives. I'm sitting on a sofa on this side of the living room, and some family members are on the sofa on that side. And this biryani makes its journey from the front door, cutting through the living room as it makes its way into the kitchen, filling the air with this most intense aroma. And in that moment, apart from sorrow and grief and shock, I am filled with something else. I am filled with hunger. Intense hunger. As my Nani's body lies cold in her bedroom, all I can think about is that piping hot pot of biryani. And now, I'm not the only one. Yasmin Momani, I see her like looking towards the kitchen over and over again. Ammu uncle keeps getting up and sitting down, getting up and sitting down. We should eat something. That's what she would have wanted. That's what she would have wanted. I love that phrase. Throw a corpse into the mix and you can justify anything with that. So, a few of us get up, almost like thieves. And we make our way into the kitchen, and there, next to the biryani, is Nani's beautiful stack of Noritaki plates. But we ignore that. That would be disrespectful. I said, you don't disrespect my Nani. So we settle for the more somber, everyday Corel, and we serve ourselves that biryani. And we eat in absolute silence, not even making eye contact with each other. Some more family members come in, some people take seconds, some people take thirds, and I want one more helping. So I go back to the pot and I look and I see there's only enough for one more serving, one single serving of Nani's legendary mutton biryani. My Nani always says, my Nani used to say that on Bakri Eid, the meat is to be divided into 3 parts. One for those less fortunate than ourselves, one for our guests, and the third and the smallest portion for ourselves and our kitchen. So I take that serving and I grab one of her fancy Noritaki plates and I serve it out, every last grain. And I put it on the side. This one's for you, Nans. Eid Mubarak. Thank you.
I love commune and commune loves me. We're a happy family. So you can do the same by liking, sharing and subscribing. And you can press the bell icon somewhere there. Here?